to the youth. There is one more question that is from me. Do you advise the educated youth to take up politics and help cleanse the system? Plus, I have two more questions from our listeners. One, Prithvi. He hasn't a very good question. Most worthy people today condemn politics and refuse to fight elections. It was said that the answer to bad politics is good politics, not no politics. Unless we have good politicians, how will this country change for the better? Now the question from Prithvi is, why is it you do not wish to stand for elections and show the way to very many good people who shun politics?
Well, mine is maybe a wrong example, because I myself am advocating educated youth to join politics and dilute the old system of administration and politics and all. And maybe at one point of time, then it's only the honest and the service-minded people will be administering the country, both politically and also bureaucratically. My case is entirely different, because now I have been in different posts, holding the posts and all. And at 72, for me to get down to politics, I think I'll be wasting my time. Instead of that, I can...
Did at any stage you think of getting into politics when you were young?
Well, to be frank, not getting into politics, I was Advocate General for about 4 years. Then I went and told then the Chief Minister, Mr. Ramakrishna Hegde, saying that I want to quit the post. He asked me why. What's wrong? He asked me. I said, just as I had no intention of moving from Bangalore. I want to go and practice in the Supreme Court now. Really? So I said, yes. Then why don't you wait for some time, a couple of months? The next Rajya Sabha election is going to come shortly, and you take a Rajya Sabha seat, then you get a accommodation and other things and all, you can practice there. So I thought maybe that's a good idea. But then, of course, that didn't work out. That seat went to Ramjit Mulani.
I wish you had taken up his advice seriously.
I don't know.
By this time you would have been there, in the midst of politicians to cleanse them.
I think one person cannot cleanse it. It requires...
Still,
yeah, that's true. It's true. Somebody should...
yes.
I mean, this is what I myself keep saying and all. At least somebody should take one step forward. Some or other politics and that type of office never attracted me at all.
Justice Hegde, one more boy, Rupesh. Of course, he asks a straight question to you. How can youth get involved in fighting corruption? How should they get into it?
Look, basically, you must make up your mind by saying, I will not give bribe, I will not take bribe. So far as the difficulties faced by the youth are concerned, they can all be attended to through the Lokayukta. What's your major problem? You don't get your birth certificate. You don't get driving licenses easily. You don't get this type of thing, whatever you want it immediately. There's one mistake with the present day youth. They don't apply in time. They just apply at the nick of the moment, and they want one the next day. Therefore, the man says, no, it's not possible.
Then the
so you have
comes
to,
into the
yeah, and then you have to pay. No. Whatever you want, these are the examples which I gave. There are many more such things. Apply well in advance. That officer has to give it. There's no way. He has his birth certificate in the birth register. He has to give it.
Go through a proper channel.
Yeah, do it. How many times does this RTO can fail you? There's also this thing, Then the relief is there. You go to Lokayukta. You say, I have applied for it so many days back. They have not given it to me. Obviously, it must be for a reason, corrupt reason. Lokayukta can certainly inquire into it and see that you get it. We have done it in very many cases. We have done it, and things have worked out well for those.
Your advice to youth is plan well.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Don't give bribe. Right. Don't give bribe. Many times they say, then our work won't be done. It is wrong.
That's or if you complain.
But you say, tomorrow is the admission, and I can't get an admission, I lose 1 year, or I won't. I mean, this is not the way. You got to plan your requirements, and as a youth, your requirements are very limited in this area. Even, for example, they say a lot of corruption in sub-registrar's office. Yes, there is a lot of corruption in sub-registrar's office. But why should you pay bribe? If you think that you have valued your property correctly, there are a list of documents which are required, and in advance, you get the documents, go there, and if he doesn't register it, there's an appellate authority, forget it, come to Lokayukta.
So Lokayukta is there.
Yes, sir. He will look into it and he'll say, no, you are not entitled to. This is the document is not correct. You can then.
So, Justice Hegde, you want to make a clear message, send out a clear message to the youth. Go by proper channel, go ahead of time. In case they fail you, come to us.
Yes, go to the Lokayukta.
Oh,
Definitely, Lokayukta can respond.
I think Rupesh will understand this.
Yes.
Justice Hegde, politics means power and money. You have said that already. That's why criminal elements and good-for-nothing guys are attracted to it. Upright youth find it difficult to break the cordon. They want to enter politics, but there is a cordon by these criminal elements and good-for-nothing guys. How can youth get into that?
Look, it's very difficult to change immediately this thing. We have allowed this politics to grow, I mean rather this type of politics to grow from 1950 onwards. On and on it has grown to, and come to such a pitch. Now it's only these lumpen elements who can enter politics. You know? And those who were honest when they came have turned out to be dishonest also in the process. You know? So therefore, how do you reverse it? You have to neutralize it. First person, if you can get elected, okay. No, otherwise, many problems are there. One is, as youth, how many of them have gone for voting? Voting age has been brought down to 18.
18, yes.
I sort of went on speaking in Koramangala because of one association in the BBMP elections. Please go and vote. Unfortunately, the percentage was 44 or 45%. Now, when the polling is 40-45%,
how would you expect?
No, 25% of the voters can be bought.
Yes.
So then he need not have anything.
Absolutely.
But some odd votes plus, he gets elected. So now, if it is 90% voting, nobody can buy more than 20-25% votes. You know.